she arrogantly said. Trust me, everyone cheats. It's just human nature, I said, not everyone. When she found out her boss's wife had the same screenshots I did, nature didn't protect her from losing everything. I, 29 male, discovered my girlfriend Vanessa, 31, was cheating 3 weeks ago. Not through some dramatic discovery or private investigator BS. No, she literally told me herself, sort of. We'd been together 2.5 years, living together for the last 8 months. Things were good, or so I thought. Vanessa worked at this consulting firm, always talking about how demanding her boss Roland was, how many late nights she had to pull. I'm in it. Work from home mostly. So I'd have dinner ready when she got back at 10 or 11 p.m. The confession came during a weird philosophical discussion over drinks one Friday. We were talking about some celebrity cheating scandal, and Vanessa got weirdly defensive. People act so shocked, she said, swirling her wine like they're all saints. Trust me, everyone cheats. It's just human nature. That's pretty cynical, I said. She laughed. It's realistic. Monogamy isn't natural. We just pretend it is because society says so. Every single person I know has either cheated or been cheated on. Most just lie about it. I haven't cheated. She gave me this look, this condescending, almost pitying look. Yet, you haven't cheated yet. Give it time. When the opportunity presents itself, when the excitement of us wears off, you will. Everyone does. That's a pretty convenient philosophy for someone who's cheating, I said, half joking. She didn't laugh, just took another sip of wine. I'm not saying I am. I'm saying if I was, it wouldn't be this moral catastrophe everyone pretends it is. It would just be human. Something in her tone made my stomach drop. The way she said it, too casual, too prepared. Vanessa, are you cheating on me? She sat down, her glass, looked me straight in the eye. Define cheating. Are you sleeping with someone? Else long pause. Then, it's not that simple. My hands were surprisingly steady. Then, make it simple. She sighed, like I was a child asking why the sky was blue. Fine, yes. I'm involved with someone, but it's not what you think. It's not about you or us. It's just biology, chemistry. It doesn't mean anything. Who does it matter? Who? Vanessa? Another sigh. Roland, her boss. Her married boss, with 3 kids who she'd complained about for 2 years. The 52-year-old guy whose wife had just beaten cancer last year. That Roland, how long? 8 months. 8 months. The entire time we've been living together, every late night at the office, every weekend crisis, every time I'd had dinner waiting. The craziest part, she wasn't apologetic. She sat there explaining it like a TED Talk. How attraction isn't a choice. How humans aren't meant for monogamy. How in Europe affairs are practically expected. How his wife probably knew and accepted it, because that's what mature adults do. You should be thanking me. She actually said, I'm being honest. Most people would just lie forever. I stood up. I need you to leave. Oh, come on. Don't be dramatic. Let's talk about this like adults. There's nothing to talk about. Pack your stuff, leave. She rolled her eyes. This is exactly why people don't tell the truth. You're proving my point. If everyone just accepted that monogamy is a social construct, Vanessa, get out. She left that night, but not before delivering one final sermon about how I'd understand when I was older. How I'd look back and realize she was right. How everyone cheats, eventually. Spoiler alert, she was wrong. Update 1. Vanessa moved in with her sister temporarily. Kept texting me articles about polyamory and ethical non-monogamy like she was educating me. Blocked her after the 5th. You're being immature about this message, but I couldn't stop thinking about Roland's wife. This woman had survived cancer, had 3 kids, and her husband was screwing his subordinate, while she was probably at home thinking her marriage had survived its biggest test. Here's where it gets interesting. Vanessa had left her iPad logged into her iCloud. She'd taken the device but forgotten that her messages still synced to our shared desktop computer. Legal gray area. Did I care? Nope. The messages between her and Roland were illuminating and nauseating. Roland had to tell Patricia, I'm at a conference this weekend. You still free? Always free for you. Same hotel, thinking somewhere nicer. You deserve better. What did I do to deserve you? Everything perfect last night. Patricia never does that anymore. I screenshot everything. Months of messages, meeting times, hotel reservations, the pictures they'd exchanged. Yeah, those kind. The part where Roland called his wife frigid since the chemo. The part where Vanessa said I was sweet, but boring. The part where they laughed about me making them dinner because I thought she was working late. But the real gold was their discussion about the future. Roland, after the kids graduate, I'm leaving Patricia. 2 more years, you promise. You promise. Just need to protect my assets first. Transfer some things around, she won't get half of nothing. Smart, she'll probably cry cancer survivor and try to take everything, let her try. Already moved most liquid assets offshore. Shell companies my brother set up. God, you're brilliant. This is why I love you. Love you too, baby. BTW. Need you to prepare the Morrison presentation by Monday. Vanessa, of course. Anything for you? This man was having Vanessa do his work. Well, screwing her and planning to financially screw his cancer survivor wife. And Vanessa was eating it up. I sat on this information for 3 days, wondering what to do. Then, Vanessa sent me one more text from her new number. Just so you know, Roland's taken me to his lake house this weekend. The one his wife doesn't know about. See, everyone has secrets. Everyone cheats. You'll understand someday. That decided. Patricia deserved to know. Update 2. Finding Patricia's contact info wasn't hard. Roland's company website had a whole Meet Our Team section with family photos. There was Patricia smiling with their 3 kids at some charity event. The youngest looked maybe 12. I created a throwaway email and sent her everything. Every screenshot, every timestamp, every hotel receipt they discussed. The subject line was simple. Your husband and Vanessa Thorne. I included a brief message. Patricia, you don't know me, but your husband is having an affair with my ex-girlfriend, Vanessa Thorne. This has been going on for at least 8 months. I found out recently and thought you should know. I've attached evidence. I'm especially concerned about messages where Roland discusses hiding assets from you. Please see screenshots. 4752. I'm sorry to be the one telling you this. A fellow betrayed partner sent it on a Thursday morning. By Thursday afternoon, my phone was blowing up. Vanessa called 31 times in an hour. Texts flooded in. What did you do? Answer your phone now. You just destroyed my life, you psycho. This is illegal. I'll sue you for everything. Please, please, please call me back. You don't understand what you've done. I didn't respond, but I did watch the show unfold. Friday morning, Vanessa showed up at my apartment, pounding on the door. Open up, I know you're in there. I opened the door but kept the chain on. She looked wrecked. Mascata, is 3 hair a mess? Wearing yesterday's clothes? You sent those screenshots to Patricia. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't lie to me. She forwarded them to the entire company. The entire company. Daniel, there it was. So, Patricia got them then. She sent them to every email address at the firm. Every client, the board of directors. She posted them on LinkedIn. Do you understand what you've done? I provided transparency, truth, right? Like you were so big on her face, went from desperate to vicious. You destroyed my career. Roland fired me this morning. Roland can't fire you for personal relationships. That's illegal. He didn't. He fired me for misuse of company resources, because we used the company card for one dinner. One dinner. Sounds like you should talk to HR. HR is his golf buddy, and nobody will hire me now. Patricia made sure of that. She tagged me in every post. I started to close the door. She blocked it with her foot. You ruined everything. Roland and I were in love. We had a future. The future where he hides money from his cancer survivor wife and leaves her with nothing. That future you don't understand. Patricia is cold. She doesn't appreciate him. Her marriage has been dead for years. Then he should have divorced her before screwing you. God, you're such a child. This is the real world. People have affairs. It's normal. If it's so normal, why are you crying? She actually screamed. Just a raw, frustrated scream because you sent those screenshots to everyone. I didn't send anything to everyone. That was Patricia. Take it up with her. She's filing for divorce. She's taking everything. Roland's accounts are frozen. The offshore ones too. Her face went white. How did you mention them in your messages? The ones Patricia now has. The ones her divorce lawyer now has. Vanessa stepped back. Realization dawning. Those messages were private. So was our relationship. Until you decided monogamy was a social construct. This is different. How? Because Shua's grasping now. Because Roland has kids. You've destroyed a family. No, Vanessa. You and Roland did. That I just made sure Patricia knew what family she actually had. She tried one more time. Please call Patricia. Tell her you faked those screenshots. Tell her it was revenge on me. Please, Daniel, my whole life is ruined. Your whole life was built on lies. It was always going to collapse. I just made sure the right person got to push it over. I closed the door. She stood outside crying for another 10 minutes before finally leaving. Then Roland presented it to the board as his. That's fraud. The company is investigating everything Roland touched, including her. I didn't know. Third, my lawyer found 8 other women. 8, over the past 10 years. Your Vanessa wasn't special. She was just the current model. Each one was promised he'd leave me. Each one did his work for him. Each one got discarded when someone younger came along. Jesus, the best part. I knew about 3 of them. I stayed because of the kids, because of the cancer, because I thought it was better than being alone. But seeing those messages, seeing how they laughed at me at you, I realized being alone is better than being disrespected. How are your kids? Angry, confused, but they'll be okay. Better to have one honest parent than 2 lying ones. There was a pause. I wanted to ask you something, she said. Vanessa claimed you hacked her accounts, that you violated her privacy. Is that true? She left her iPad logged into a shared computer. I didn't hack anything. Good, because she's threatening to sue you. But it's hard to sue for privacy violation when you were conducting your affair on devices and accounts you willingly shared. My lawyer says she has no case. That's a relief. Daniel, can I give you some advice? Sure, don't let her back in. She'll try. When the dust settles and she realizes Roland won't save her, she'll come back with apologies and promises. Don't fall for it. I won't. Good. Oh, and Daniel, you were right. Not everyone cheats. Some of us have integrity. It's just that people like Vanessa and Roland convince themselves everyone is as morally bankrupt as they are. Makes them feel better about their choices. After we hung up, I felt lighter somehow. Final update. It's been 2 months now. Here's where everyone ended up. Roland got arrested last week. Tax evasion, it turns out, is still a federal crime. The IRS found nearly $2 million in unreported income across his shell companies. Patricia's divorce lawyer worked with forensic accountants who traced everything. He's looking at actual prison time. Patricia got the house, the legitimate assets, and full custody. She also got a book deal. Yeah, apparently. How My Husband's Mistress's Boyfriend Saved My Life is something publishers want. Good for her. Vanessa tried to sue me for emotional distress and invasion of privacy. Her lawyer dropped the case when he saw the evidence. Hard to claim invasion of privacy when you're sending messages on a shared device about committing fraud. She moved back to her hometown last month. Heard through mutual friends she's working at her dad's hardware store. Deleted all her social media after someone created a Vanessa Thorne home wrecker page. Wasn't me, but wasn't sad about it either. She sent me one last email before leaving. Daniel, I know you hate me, but I wanted you to know you were wrong. Not everyone cheats. Fine, but everyone lies. Everyone betrays. Everyone disappoints. You'll see. Roland promised me everything. I gave up 2 years for him. Did his work, kept his secrets, believed his promises, and what did I get? Nothing. You think you won, but you didn't. We all lost. Patricia lost her marriage. The kids lost their father. Roland lost his freedom. I lost my career, and you lost the ability to trust. You'll question every late night, every text, every smile from every woman you date forever. That's what the truth costs. Hope it was worth it. She's wrong though. I haven't lost the ability to trust. I've gained the ability to recognize people who aren't worthy of it. Started dating someone new last week. Her name's Amy. She's a nurse. And the first thing she said when I told her the story was, "Good for Patricia, and good for you." When I asked her thoughts on monogamy being a social construct, she laughed. So is wearing clothes, but I'm not showing up to work naked. I think I'll be okay. The funny thing is, Vanessa was partially right about one thing. Everyone does have secrets, but she was wrong about what that means. Having secrets doesn't mean everyone's a cheater. Roland's secret was that he was a serial cheater and tax evader. Patricia's secret was that she knew about some affairs but stayed. My secret was that I'd been planning to propose to Vanessa before this all went down. And Vanessa's secret, it wasn't that she was a cheater. It was that she genuinely believed her own. She really thought everyone was as morally flexible as her. She really thought Roland loved her. She really thought she was special. She wasn't. She was just another person who confused cynicism with wisdom, who mistook selfishness for sophistication. Last week, Patricia sent me a message. Book comes out next year. You're in it, but I changed your name to Marcus. Hope that's okay? I laughed for the first time in months. As long as I'm not the villain? Are you kidding? You're the hero. Chapter 12. The Screenshot Savior. Not how I planned to become someone's hero. But then again, Vanessa didn't plan to become the cautionary tale in someone's book either. Guess we all end up somewhere we didn't expect. The difference is, I can sleep at night. And according to Patricia's latest Facebook post, so can she. It's a photo of her and the kids at Disney World. Captioned, "First vacation where I'm not wondering who he's really texting. Freedom feels amazing." 2,847 likes and counting. Vanessa was right about one thing though. Social constructs are powerful. The construct of consequences. For instance, the construct of accountability. The construct that says when you screw someone over while their wife is recovering from cancer, maybe you deserve to lose everything. She never did understand that. 1. Nature might not care about monogamy, but the IRS sure cares about those offshore accounts. Edit. Small update for those asking. Bunch of you DM'd asking what happened with the company investigation. Heard from Patricia yesterday. The forensic audit found Roland had been submitting subordinates' work as his own for years, not just Vanessa's 12 different employees over his tenure, mostly young women he was pursuing. The board is suing him personally for damages. Turns out, when you defraud a company while also creating massive legal liability through sexual harassment, they take it personally. Who knew? Vanessa tried reaching out to the other women to form some kind of support group or maybe a joint lawsuit. They all blocked her. One of them messaged Patricia saying, "At least we were lied to." She knew he was married and laughed about it. Also, remember that lake house Roland mentioned, the one his wife didn't know about? Yeah, about that. It was purchased with marital assets through one of his shell companies. Patricia's lawyer found it during discovery. She now owns a nice lake house, free and clear. Posted pictures of her and the kids there last weekend. The caption, "Thanks for the investment property, Roland." The comment section was brutal. Someone wrote, "Nature is healing." Another person, "Guess Vanessa was right about karma being a social construct too. As for me, I'm good. Amy and I are taking things slow." She knows the whole story. Hard not to when your girlfriend's ex-boyfriend's ex-girlfriend's affair partner is facing federal charges. Try explaining that at parties. But you know what the wildest part is? Last week I ran into Vanessa's sister at a coffee shop. She apologized for Vanessa. Said the whole family was mortified. Then she told me something interesting. She's been going to therapy. Finally admitted that maybe not everyone thinks like her. Good for her, I said, meaning it. She also wanted me to tell you something if I ever saw you. What's that you were right? Not everyone cheats. I didn't know what to say to that. Still don't, her sister continued. She also said to tell you she's sorry for everything, especially for what she said about you being boring. She wasn't wrong about that part. I laughed. I am pretty boring. Boring's underrated. Her sister said, boring doesn't destroy families or commit tax fraud. True that. Anyway, that's really it. No more drama, no more updates, just a bunch of people living with consequences of their choices. Vanessa chose to believe everyone was a cheater. Roland chose to be an actual criminal. Patricia chose to burn it all down rather than be disrespected. And me, I chose to tell the truth. Turns out that last one was the right choice, even if it was boring.